What's going on, everybody? My name is CarlettaElston, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving you some information on the life path number 11. Now, the number 11 is considered a master number, and master numbers are numbers that possess higher potential and a higher level of energy, consisting of two different energies and two digits within it. And people with master numbers are usually older souls. They are people that have been on this earth plane many years and many times before, and they also possess a, higher level of gifts, that makes them stand out from others. So the 11 contains two different energies. One, which is the masculine side, and the number 2, which is the feminine side. When you reduce the number 11 down, you get 1 plus 1, and then you get 2. So the 1 of the life path number 11 represents their independence, their creativity, their leadership, their innovation, their forward movement and goal-oriented nature, and their ability, to accomplish goals and things of that nature. Their 2 side represents their feminine energy, which represents, their ability to be receptive, their nurturing nature, compassion for others, companionship, duality, and intuition. Now, the planet that rules life path number 11 is between both the sun and the moon. The sun would be the more dominant planet of the life path number 11, as the sun rules the number 1, and there is 2 ones within the life path number 11. The sun represents the ego, it represents the personality and the identity. The moon stands for the inner self, the emotions and, the feminine aspects. So the life path number 11, strongly resonates with visualization, new ideas, sensitivity, inspiration, the ability to teach others, and illumination. And 11 can also be considered a gateway. As you see the 2 digits next to each other, it symbolizes a portal, and this portal is the connection of the life path number 11 to the spiritual realm. Life path number 11s, they are very psychic, and, they can manifest things with their thoughts very effortlessly. They can think of somebody, and then next thing you know, they get a phone call from that person, or they get a text message. They happen to bump into that person while they are out. Or, that person comes and gives them, a surprise visit. Life path number 11 also can have the gift of prophecy. Life path number 11s may tend to have very vivid dreams, or, dreams that give them signs and, certain events that happen before they actually come to pass. And then later on down the line, they see that, what they dreamed about really came into fruition. A life path number 11, as I said, they can be very psychic, and they also can be considered, the empaths and visionaries of the life path numbers. They tend to have a very strong sense of imagination. They are very creative, and they also can be very romantic and idealistic as well. I'm sure you've heard the term very dreamy. Life path number 11 can be very dreamy. They can be, right in front of you and, mentally be somewhere else, because, they're always processing different ideas and different information in their mind. It might seem like, they're not really listening to, others at certain points in times when, in fact they are, but just sometimes, their mind might start to drift other places. A life path number 11, they tend to be great listeners, and they also tend to, give pretty good advice. A life path number 11, may attract many different types of people that need healing in their lives. We all need healing, but a life path number 11 just has that magnetism to them where, people can pick up on this energy, and, they tend to draw people in that may need some type of help or some type of advice. Life path number 11s also, have a keen eye for detail as well. They can be very negotiative, very charming, and the one gives them the pull to also be independent and to, separate themselves from the group, to stand out, or to be the leader of the crowd. So the best occupations for life path number 11 consist of, positions where they can express themselves, express their creativity and, their idealistic nature, such as positions like, musicians, going into, certain bands or, performing, philosophy, authors, speakers, journalists, teachers. Life path number 11, is very good at, doing art and things like that as well. So the negative traits of a life path number 11 tends to derive, from their imagination and their emotions. Because they are so idealistic, and, they have such a great, keen imagination, they may, see the world through rose-colored glasses, as they say, and paint beautiful pictures when something is disastrous, and they miss the red flags when it comes to certain people, which can lead them to being taken advantage of. A life path number 11 can also become, overly emotional and overly sensitive when it comes to, their feelings and things like that. So basically, they may use their emotions in times when they really need to use their logic and be realistic. A life path number 11 can also come off as being aloof, because they may tend to, separate themselves and be very introspective, soul searching and that type of nature, and they like to tend to disconnect themselves from reality, they can also come off that way, and they can also go into a victim mentality and self-pity due to, negative experiences that they have gone through in their lives. Life path number 11, many of them tend to have experienced some type of traumatic childhood, or, as I mentioned before, they may have gotten taken advantage of, or, certain things that have hurt them that, a life path number 11 on the negative side may tend to ruminate about, and instead of facing that pain and dealing with it head on, go straight into, overworking themselves or throwing themselves into the work that they do to distract themselves. And so the challenges for a life path number 11, tends to be, releasing the past, forgiving themselves and using their pain that they experience as motivation, channeling it into some type of creative art, music, poetry, or journaling, and, some type of way of inspiring others, because life path number 11 is all about inspiration. They are naturally inspirational. Learning to use their instincts and ideas, to trust their instincts and their ideas versus second guessing themselves and, waiting for others to validate them, and embrace their vision as well as femininity, because their masculine nature is more dominant within their energy. It may be a little harder for a life path number 11 to really, step back and receive and, really embrace their feminine side and embrace, their vision, because that's part of trusting the instincts and trusting the intuition, the vision and what they believe in. And as I said, not waiting for others to give them the okay, or, waiting to see that, okay, this is accepting what it is that, they see within their own mind, and, really going with that. So the life path number 11 tip that I have is, basically to embrace a planner. Life path number 11 needs to be organized, has to find some type of organization in their life, because one of their other tendencies is to, start projects and kind of, bounce from one project to the next, or, they may start something and not end up finishing it. So it's best for a life path number 11 to have a set schedule in their life and, really assert themselves productively, so that they can accomplish things and they don't allow themselves to drift back into negative patterns or habits and turn to self-sabotage. Now the major arcana card that is the number 11 is the Justice card, which deals with balance, decision making, diplomacy, honesty, and rectification. And the second card that resonates with the life path number 11 is the number 2. And the number 2 major arcana card is the High Priestess, which deals with feminine power, feminine nature, spirituality, the emotions, and the intuition. So this tells us that the journey of the life path number 11 entails many spiritual and emotional tests to challenge them to find balance and harmony in their lives and master their emotional and mental bodies, to strengthen their trust in self, and to be an inspiration and spiritual guidance for others along the way. So some life path number 11s that you may be familiar with consist of Michael Jordan, 6-time basketball championship winner, humanitarian and owner of the Hornets. Lucy Liu, actress and artist. Jennifer Aniston, businesswoman, actress and producer. Michelle Obama, the first melanated First Lady of the White House. Author, attorney. Robert Downey Jr., actor, producer. And last but not least, David Beckham, former soccer player and business owner. So here is all of the information that I have about the life path number 11 for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video today or that you got some useful information out of it. If in fact it resonated with you, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section or leave a number 11 to let me know. Hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and I'll see you in the next video.